People, this movie understands these characters enough to try something different without sacrificing what makes them appealing or disrespecting their legacy. You know, not turning them into corporate whores. You know, I just really adore the way they understood and respected these characters. And also, as I said, this is something different. I've never seen Looney Tunes taken to this kind of story depth. Martin said, let's talk about the trial of the century. Coyote versus Acme. Oh, bigger than OJ and everything else out there. And listen, the reason why this is so big, one, for years, this poor Coyote he's had a lot of pain and suffering at the hands of defective Acme products. Look at him right there, about to bust his ass right now, trying to chase after this Roadrunner. And Wile E. Coyote he's had enough. And he's finally taken this infamous company to court. But the lawyer that he hired, he might as well got Better Call Saul or something out there.
He really should have.
He really should have. Better than this man right here. Kevin Avery. He likes things that are simple. He likes cases mostly where he can just settle real quick. Yeah, I can get you $300 for that right there. Coyote's like, do you know how goddamn long I've been suffering at the hands of Acme? No, $300 is not going to do. But Kevin might find himself over his head with this one, especially since the deeper they investigate the Acme company, the more sinister secrets start to bubble up, putting their lives in danger. Oh, you didn't think this was that deep. This is why Warner Brothers wanted to keep this sealed.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. They didn't want you to know about Acme out there, the truth, as they say. But also, that's the other thing with this movie. Well, if Warner Brothers wanted to bury this, I mean, there was some reason why. I mean, is it really that bad, or is there something else going on? And mostly, now that it's been revealed to the world, was it worth the hype? Was it worth all the fuss? Is it any good? Let's go ahead and watch the trailer for Coyote versus Acme, and we'll be back. You didn't get a chance to see this, did you?
No.
We're going to educate you today, let you know the results of this trial. I know you're just in suspense on the edge of your seat right now. We'll be back with our reviews after this.
So, what is up, Doc?
Oh, who is that shadowy figure in that trench coat? So, folks, was it worth the wait? Was it worth the hype? At one time, we had an opportunity to raise money on Kickstarter and own this film and release it to the public or not. Just enjoy it for our own pleasure over here. Do we regret not making that move? The answer to everything, and only speaking for myself, is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Martin, did you hear what I said?
I heard.
Yes!
I heard you.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about this, Martin, but this would have been a travesty had they buried this movie.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel that. As a matter of fact, with everything, all the drama that went along with burying it, I thought, yeah, but what if it turns out it's actually not that good? And that's the reason. And that was not the case.
People, it is such a travesty that they would have buried this and not let anybody see it, because I think it's that good that again, not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think the whole thing was a marketing ploy.
You think so?
I think that from the beginning, this is for a movie that they weren't probably sure about how it was going to do. So to just build up a little more marketing that regular marketing wouldn't handle, couldn't do, let's just make up some shit.
I mean, I know that's been the case, but the explanation sounds more realistic.
What's the explanation?
That David Zaslav just wanted to bury it, to not have it on the books, to make the company look good for selling it.
Yeah. I can see that too, but
I mean, he's kind of been an asshole about that with everything.
With
Warner Brothers.
But you know me, I like to make things a little more
No,
exciting.
of course. Don't let me get in your way.
Don't let being reasonable and realistic.
So we are getting Batwoman. Is that what you're saying?
Let's not get all that stuff. In fact, they said, "Hey, don't get ahead of yourself now." She keep her ass where she is for right now.
You don't want Batgirl. You just think you do.
Also, don't let the enthusiasm from my part and maybe his lead you to build up high expectations for this, because listen, it's not groundbreaking. It's not a groundbreaking cinematic event. Okay, what it did was it took a clever premise that's based on a New York Times article, a joke article.
Oh, is that what it's based on?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. This guy Ian Frazier wrote this back in 1990, just as a humor article.
Yeah.
You know, a parody.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea came from with this. So he just took that, man, and they just expanded it. And this was already a smart article right here. It was a great bit of satire, but they just took and expanded on it in what I think is just way smarter ways.
Well, the thing is, something like this, you go, okay, it's a great premise, but so often we see something like that where it doesn't go beyond the premise.
Yeah.
Or one, we've seen so many times that they don't get these characters right. Or you know, the jokes are just surface level. First thing you come up with, the timing's wrong, and then at the end you're just like, well, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah,
and this establishes early on that they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, no, so what they've done first of all is that they've expanded characters and jokes meant for quick gags, because that was the format of the Looney Tunes cartoons out there.
6 minutes.
Yeah. And, you know, they took that short format, they took those quick gags and expanded it into something deeper and more insightful. And then they said, boy, you still talking about Looney Tunes? Yes. Yes, I am. But they did all that without sacrificing laughs. I laughed out loud so many times watching this. But I also found it surprisingly emotional.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got a lot of heart.
Listen, y'all know us around here. Martin and I, we crowbar Looney Tunes into everything. It's either Looney Tunes or Three Stooges.
Yep.
So we are Looney Tunes fanatics around here, okay? Grew up on it. But I don't ever think in my lifetime I've ever finished watching anything that's with Looney Tunes related and said, damn, that was deep. That really moved me, you know?
Well, it's hard to do that in 6 minutes.
No, it really is. I ain't never walked away from a Looney Tunes cartoon talking about, damn, that was emotional. No. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to make you cry, but these characters, you know, they're deeper than anything I've seen a Looney Tunes property, a movie, or show take them. You know, way deeper than any of these characters have ever been before.
Did you see Daffy versus the Martian?
Are you talking about
the day the Earth blew up?
The day the Earth blew up? Yeah, I like that a lot. He did not, but
that was one where I felt like they didn't quite get it.
And see, I guess we're on the opposite, because I thought, yeah, now you guys are finally getting it, you know. But I think this one, because that is like shorter to being what Looney Tunes classically is in their shorts. This right here is really telling a story and not always trying to be a gag a minute.
Well, it also fleshed out their whole universe.
Yeah.
Like connecting all these characters and giving it a purpose and giving you like this is what's going on. This is what it's about.
Yeah. And this is what I mean by it's not groundbreaking. I don't mean that as an insult at all. It's just, first of all, it's expanding on what's already been laid out by Looney Tunes and just taking them in some deeper directions. Or it is borrowing from other things and not trying to hide from it. It's, you know, yeah, this is Roger Rabbit, all right? But instead of all the tunes being every tune that's out there, this is a world where humans live alongside the Looney Tunes that we know. And the way they do it, I think it feels natural.
Cohesive.
It's cohesive. It's not too jokey. When they're not telling a story, they're actually telling a story. They're treating these characters like this is a real legal corporate thriller. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Again, people are like, are you sure you're talking about Looney Tunes? Emotional, deep, legal thriller? What the hell are you talking about? People, all this feels like
it is so much like Roger Rabbit. but it's all within the Looney Tunes universe.
Yeah.
It's not like pulling in cartoons from every
No.
other place.
All these tunes are living their lives. They're just, they're doing their thing. When you go to Kevin Avery's office, played by Will Forte, you see office workers being a dog or a witch or something, an animated character, and maybe they'll tell a joke, maybe they won't, but it just feels lived in. The world feels natural. It doesn't feel like some gimmick.
That's the perfect description for it.
Yeah. Also, this is kind of like, now I know this is not exclusive to the Muppets, but it does feel like a Muppet movie in a way where you see all the familiar characters that we love, but they play different roles. And depending on what movie that they're in.
Oh yeah.
So all the characters that we know from the Looney Tunes cartoons, they're playing a different role. Now they still have the same personality traits, but they're in a different role. They're different. They have a different. They have a different career. They're different kind of, maybe even a slightly different kind of personality, depending on what their role is. For example, but they're all well thought out. Foghorn Leghorn, being a corrupt executive, that fits perfectly with his blowhard ass. Now, Foghorn Leghorn has always been kind of an asshole.
Yeah. He has, but I mean, not so much mean. Well, unless you ask the dog.
But no, that's what I mean. He's always messing with that dog. That dog ain't doing nothing. He goes there and raises that dog's ass and starts whipping it. I'm like, that's a dick move, man.
Yeah.
So he's kind of been a prankster, kind of been an asshole.
Yeah,
but here they notched it up to where he's a menace. He is a villain.
Yeah, because you think John Cena is the big villain and he's his boss. He's threatening him.
I'll say, I wish you would say something. I'll whoop your ass. It's a lot of fun seeing what they've done playing with these characters. As I said, in a comedic corporate legal thriller here. It's really blowing my mind what they've done here and the thought they put behind this whole world, this story, these characters. But the big standout is what they've done with Wile E. Coyote, man. And what they've done is they've taken a silent character meant for a one-note visual gag that he repeats over and over again. And in this movie, they gave him so much depth. And man, him and Will Forte, now I'm like they're real people. Him and Will Forte are great together.
You start to feel that way because, man, props to Will Forte. He really pulls this off.
Yes.
I mean, him and John Cena are both great, but Will Forte, I would say it's his movie, but it's the Toons movie. But he's fantastic.
I'd say it's as much his story as it is Wile E. Coyote because this is a lawyer who's used to taking the easy way out, not having to step up and meet his potential for himself and his law firm. And this is the client that's going to bring it out of him, who's also been suffering for a long time.
How can I help you? Oh, one of my billboards. Okay.
Man, him and Will Forte, again, that's Will Forte is Kevin Avery. Kevin Avery being a little nod to Tex Avery, who's a legendary animator, who's worked a lot with Looney Tunes, gave us some of the best Bugs Bunny traits.
Yeah, it's the law firm of Avery Jones and Maltese.
Yeah, Chuck Jones
and Michael Maltese, who wrote all those shorts.
Yeah, man. As you can see with they have a mock commercial that's up on YouTube that's actually pretty great.
Call the law office of Avery Jones and Maltese today.
They even have a little thing at the bottom of the screen early on in the commercial where they say skip ads and you see them pressing a button. It's not skipping. Because they got me. Like, oh, hell.
Why would you skip that?
Exactly. Well, I've seen it before. I've seen it several times, and now I got to watch it again because I can't skip through it. But yeah, man, these two are the emotional parts of the film. The ups and downs that they go through, man, it really makes for. I know you're looking at the funny stuff that's going on here, but as the movie goes along, they have a complex relationship.
Yeah, it's very contentious at times.
It really is. It's like who is using who in here? At one time is Forte just using him for a quick buck like everybody else, or is and Wile E. Coyote, he's always scheming. So it's like, is he pulling one over on him? And you just it goes up and down with them, man.
I kept wondering if he was going to talk at some point. I know he only ever talked when it's Bugs Bunny.
They have only one cartoon I know of where he talked.
I think at least two.
At least 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or at least I only know 1. I'm not saying it's not 2.
Yeah.
He gave a whole professor speech in one of his cartoons.
Yes, Wile E. Coyote, genius, a super genius.
I like the way that rolls out.
Yes.
Wile E. Coyote.
Of course, when he got his ass whooped. Hi, my name is Mud. But I'm glad that he did not, man.
Yeah.
Because it's even more impressive that Wile E. Coyote never talks, and they're able to pull off this kind of deep relationship with them. Sure, it's funny with the sign gags and whatnot, but when he's not talking, it actually makes for more expressive animation, makes for more expressive acting for Wile E. Coyote. Well, there was one part where him and Will Forte in the movie, they got into it, man. And there's something that just made me laugh. It's just something that appealed to me. He said something to Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote looked at him and said, just shook his hands at him. It's, you know what it's like? It's like when you see a deaf person get real mad.
Yeah.
And he start.
All right.
Yeah, you got to back up. Yeah, and he's Wile E. Coyote. I think the acting for him and the gestures that they give him are great in the film, man. It's some great animation that's going on. But what they do with Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, I don't want to say exactly where it goes, but man, where they go with that, I love what they did with it because they made some real profound statement about their relationship.
They sure did. It makes you look back at all those old cartoons in a different way.
It really does, man. Whoever put that spin on there, because I know a couple of people, James Gunn being one of the people who came in and helped with the script, but whoever came up with this whole thing about their relationship, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And it's funny nobody explored that earlier. Somebody like, they gay, ain't they? I mean,
no, come on, calm down.
No, I knew it.
I always said it. No.
Acme itself, man, in the movie Acme starts out very funny. That's been the big running joke with Acme. That always providing us with a gag because something's going to blow up on Wile E. Coyote. Something, a glove's going on a boxing spring is going to our glove on a spring, a boxing glove on a spring is going to come out of the box and knock the hell out of him. He's going to paint a hole and run into a wall. All this stuff that they promised never works. So it's almost like he's ordering stuff from a gag company.
Yeah,
and he never understands they're actually supposed to be gags and the good joke is on him.
Well, it's always like you first watch the cartoons and you're like, oh, he's so stupid, and then later you're like, well, wait a minute, he did what he was supposed to do. It's these products.
Yeah. And so that's a great idea to have him suing the company because of years and years and years of torment. But Acme starts out being funny, but after a while, Acme starts to become real ominous, man. And when these dark secrets are revealed, it actually works. It works well for the story. They are structuring this like a real movie. This is not something where can we just force in gags and jokes and be it, and that's what we're going to actually work around. No, they like, hey, look, let's make a real script here and put the gags in where they belong. And what is great about a lot of those jokes is that it's just not random jokes. They're not trying to be modern. A lot of this stuff comes from Looney Tunes history. That if you know, great, it's funny. If you don't know, it still works.
Yeah.
We do have to give a word out to our sponsor right now, Martin Thomas. Would you like to say the words before we?
I got nothing to say.
Oh, people. Yes.
I'm excidrate that football's coming back.
You know what? Football is back and something big is coming on September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives. And don't forget that now DraftKings is now live in all 50 states. One app, every sport, all 50 states over there. And for new DraftKings customers out there, if you sign up with the code TOASTED, you know how to spell it, TOASTED, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards with 21 days, includes all markets, and that code is TOASTED, TOASTED. That's in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Bet with DK Sportsbook. And here's
that's an incredible deal.
Yeah.
$5 for 200.
Yeah. And get those rewards within 21 days. Includes all markets out there. Now, here's where I do have to do something that I am sorry. I do have to give this disclaimer. It's longer than I like, but legalities, right? So Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. In Connecticut, call 888-7897 or visit ccpg.org on behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas. Bet taxes through May apply in Illinois, 21 plus, void in Canada. Event contract trading with DraftKings. Predictions involves risk of loss. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Bet to get bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Trade to get prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. $50 in rewards issued every 7 days via click to claim for 21 days. One non-withdrawable rewards redeemable. Terms at dkng.co/offer. Limited time offer. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free to play sports contest availability varies by state. Woo!
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah. All right, y'all.
But hey, people gotta, know their rights.
No, they do. They put them in there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They told me, don't you dare
Not read every word of this.
Because I had a version where I like, and they like, don't you do that. Don't you speed that up. And John Cena, I didn't want to have a subplot. I just wanted to just do a little bit more. But then you have characters like John Cena, man, who I really liked him as Acme's lawyer. And Cena's personality, his comedic style is perfect for this role. But it's really funny watching him get bullied by a giant cartoon rooster.
I know.
Because he's already big enough as it is. But it looks like the times the Foghorn's about to beat his ass with a golf club. Oh, he looking at him.
I wish you would.
Yeah, now that he walked away.
What'd you say, boy? Man, I ain't say nothing.
Yeah, that's at the end of the clip when he walked away. Yeah, I wish he would say that again. I'll say what? Nothing. But no, those are great scenes with those two, man. Again, that's what's great about this is that, as you saw, what was one of the greatest things about Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yes, the story, the animation, but it was all pulled off because it felt like those characters, the cartoons, were acting alongside the humans.
Yeah.
And you watch this and you don't think about a voice actor. You think about Foghorn, Wile E. Coyote, whoever else they're working with. Those are real actors.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to PR about this.
We both know it would be very unpleasant for everyone involved.
Oh, I thought he was about to swing back and beat him with that club right there.
Pulling it back. It's just a threat in itself.
That's how ominous Acme gets sometimes. I actually thought he was about to murder John Cena.
And right in front of everybody.
In front of everyone in cold blood.
If anything bigger, I say bigger, were to become public.
Yeah, you better walk away. What? Nothing. I probably have some criticisms here. They're not huge, but there are some things that I would say, yeah, that stood out to me. That's something that is a flaw. So the animation, at times, it is great. And but at its best, it captures the fluidity and expressiveness of the best 2D animation out there. Mm-hmm. When they need to squash and stretch, it captures it now, and some of the 3D that they're doing here, just like they would with 2D.
Yeah,
and it really works. You don't know the difference if you're not looking too hard, but it's so good that it makes some of the stiffer animation in here really stand out. Because they're making 3D animation look like 2D.
Sure.
Cell shading. Again, trying to do all the squash and stretching and whatnot. And there's some characters that look like a cell shaded character from a video game.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And it felt like that thing where maybe if they had a little bit more money, a little bit more time, they would have gone back and fixed it. Yeah.
I think what happened is some of the smaller characters that are, when I say small, like the characters in a very small cameo, a very small supporting role, like Elmer Fudd. Mm-hmm. Elmer Fudd has a small part in here, and Elmer Fudd did not look good to me.
Yeah,
I didn't like the way he looked at all, man. I think most of the work went to the characters that had more screen time. Mm-hmm. Smaller characters, they just didn't put the money into it to do that. But it shows, and I wish they had because it really does stick out. But I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's gonna make some people mad. But this is why for years, and I know this movie is beloved by a couple of generations out there, but this is why we criticize Space Jam.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of them not getting it right.
You love Space Jam, that's fine. We're Looney Tunes fans, so we're just gonna come in here and be those assholes, okay? We're gonna come in here and talk about, well, it's not our Looney Tunes, but really, Space Jam, like, man, I'm not trying to bring it down for anybody. I'm not criticizing anybody, but I'm gonna tell you, Space Jam was just it was a vehicle used to sell shoes, a soundtrack, clothing, etc. Man, without understanding those characters. You know, they hoard those characters out for that, man. You know, their understanding of the characters, and this goes for both Space Jam 1 and 2. Their understanding of the characters, hey, you know what? Just make them hip.
Right.
Make them modern. In fact, make them not only hip, make them hippity hop.
What up? It's Porky Pig. They call me P-double-L-G. Step to me, he don't want no trouble.
Oh, that is horrible. I wish I could go back in time and kill the people who did this.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with Porky Pig.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, he stuttered. Oh, but look, he's rapping now. I'm like Coyote, man.
Well, just with movies like that, that's why I didn't have much hope for this one. And this was like quickly like, oh my God, what is happening here? Like, this looks like it was made by people who actually watch those cartoons.
Yes. People, this movie understands these characters enough to try something different without sacrificing what makes them appealing or disrespecting their legacy. You know, not turning them into corporate whores. You know, I just really adore the way they understood and respected these characters. And also, as I said, this is something different. I've never seen Looney Tunes taken to this kind of story depth before.
Right.
You know,
what was the one with Brendan Fraser? With Back Again,
Back in Action,
Back in Action.
Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yeah. Like I remember I had one memorable scene, and the rest of it was just like, okay, you got the characters, but you don't really know what you're doing with them.
I don't remember that movie at all. So.
Good.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
It was like they were in the back seat of their own movie.
That movie was a bomb. And I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons why these movies don't work, or some of these modern Looney Tunes movies don't work, whether they be big box office successes or not, a lot of times they're either a vehicle to sell products or sell a celebrity. You know, the celebrities, their names on the poster, their names are going to be the ones to sell it. That's, you know, this was getting by the name of Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Not really the Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes were just a little extra thrown in there. You know, this movie realizes that if we're going to make this a Looney Tunes movie, the Looney Tunes need to be the stars. Or if there are human actors in here they're pushing, then they need to be on the same level at least. But this is Wile E. Coyote's movie, man. You know, and that's not trying to sell you John Cena. They're not trying to sell him. They're trying to sell that damn Coyote. Yeah, people, I don't know. You see me gushing over this film. I actually love this film. I
was hoping you would.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like, this has all the elements that you should love.
Of course. And I think if I didn't like it, I would definitely give you permission to be like that damn rooster that get a club and beat the shit out of me with it, man, until I get into my right proper senses.
I never know if you're going to go like, yeah, but it's just not quite my Looney Tunes.
Well, yeah, I know, man. Listen, I would give something its credit. Like I love Spider-Man. I gave it a high matinee, but because there were certain things I didn't like. But you know, I will praise the stuff that is great, and this is great throughout. This is consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, it's out there. I don't know how well it's going to do at the box office.
Is it in the box office? Is it at the theaters?
It starts out this weekend coming up.
Okay.
They had some preview screenings.
Okay.
Like today, a friend of mine saw it.
Okay.
He came back. He texted me today and said, "I loved it."
Yeah.
And it was packed with families in there. Now I don't know how this movie is actually going to do at the box office. It might open up outside of the top 5. I don't know.
See, I have high hopes for this because of the day the Earth blew up. They didn't do anything modern. There is no celebrities in the day the Earth blew up. And I understand having problems with the script or the animation, but it was Looney Tune characters, and it told a really good story, and they were treated.
Did you like that movie?
I did.
Yeah.
The only like weird thing for me is Daffy is a lot crazier than he normally is.
Yeah.
Well, there's a version of Daffy where he is insane.
Yeah.
You know, he's cynical at one part. Like the more modern Daffy is kind of a combination of it.
The original Daffy was just, he was just hoo all the time.
Yeah, he was mentally ill.
Mentally ill, yeah.
In fact,
it's like the later one, it's like they put him on a antidepressant.
That's why he was so chill.
Chill or
I don't
angry.
like you.
Yeah, he went through a chill period and he got to an angry period.
Yeah, they gave his medication. The medication just made him depressed.
Yeah.
But like in this movie, he's crazy Daffy. Yeah. So they were accurate with that in the day the Earth blew up. But nah, man, this would definitely be in my top 10 films. I don't know if it'll be top 5, but it will be definitely my top 10 movies. And I think I think it's just really just good story structure and writing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take the Looney Tunes out of it. You know, it's just,
even without them, it's good.
Yeah. So this is a full price for me, man. I really enjoyed this.
Oh, it makes me happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah. What made you think I would not?
Man, you're hard to predict sometimes.
Now you know how I feel.
Something will be right up your alley. the way you just would not let the Punisher go. I was just like, I just don't know with this guy.
I'm not letting that go.
I know.
Get it right next time.
I know. This was a big, pleasant surprise. And barring the, the animation, thing you mentioned. And I'm a big Foghorn Leghorn fan.
I know you are.
I am. And I love what they did to the character. But the whole time I was going, they didn't get the eyes right.
Yeah, they do look weird.
Yeah.
He's one of the models that I think kind of looks. He's not as bad as Elmer Fudd, but I think he kind of looks CG sometimes.
He's a little bit more CG than the others. But outside of that, it's definitely a full price movie where it's just like, not just enjoying it from beginning to end, but it ends in such a great way. It has such a great wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just all these things that you go to a movie hoping you'll get, but especially coming into something like this that was buried and not going to come out, and we're watching on video, and you're like, well, let's just see. And it's like, man, this would have been so great to see in the theater.
Yeah, we got a screener to watch on our computers or whatever, but I would have definitely loved to have seen this on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Might try to see it again if I have time. I don't know. I do like, you ain't.
When you gonna have time?
None. So that's a lie. But I would if I could. Yeah. So what do you give it?
Full price.
Full price. Yeah, man. I can't recommend this enough, man. I'm not saying everybody's gonna love it, but I think a lot of people will be satisfied with this. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.